My name is Mick Thomas. I'm primarily a singer-songwriter, best known for my work with a band called Weddings, Parties, Anything, who went from about 1983 to 98, and then 10 years later reformed and did some more stuff, and then thought better of it, I guess. Back to the song No Picnic, you know, I mean, I just kind of think of that tour, and I did write it. It's very particular to the first tour I did. It was before the Weddings finished. It was in '98, and like the Weddings finished right at the end of '98, and I went away for 6 months of that year with a buddy to Europe, and we just got gigs wherever we could get them. Like, we had about a month of gigs when we left. And then after that, it was just, we just grabbed them as we went, and it was really hard, that gave me a sort of enough energy and fuel and inspiration to really kick things off for myself after the Weddings finished, which was a hard time, like for me to decide how and where and what I was going to do. So. Mushroom Publishing Company, they have a thing called Writer's Block, and the initial few were up at Gudinski's house, Michael Gudinski's house in Macedon. They'd just take a bunch of writers and just get you up there, and it wasn't so much a mentoring thing as an old songwriter with a new songwriter. They just wanted to get people writing, and they just sort of thought it was a good thing to do. I've always enjoyed doing them, because I always think when you go to write a song with someone else, well, you've automatically taken one, and it's the same when I write for, say, a theatre production or a soundtrack. You take the one sticky element that can stop you writing a song is the awful question is, does the world need this song, Does the world need a song from me today? And the answer is pretty much no. The world does not need that song. Whereas if you're sitting down with someone else, all of a sudden that's gone from it because you've got a reason there. Does the world need this song? Yes, it does, because if for no other reason I've got to sit there uncomfortably across the table from this person and talk crap for the next 2 hours that they've allotted us, so I'd better write a song. Look, the best thing that came out of the Writer's Block ones that they did at Macedon for me was the afternoon I did with Paul Kelly, and sort of weirdly enough, I'd known Paul for years, and we'd never really sort of sat down to write a song together. Whereas this guy, we're up there and we're both sort of at a loose end, and Paul said, "Well, I figure, we've spent so much time together. It's about time we wrote some songs together." So, and that afternoon we did Our Sunshine in the Perfect World, and it was really good. We've never sought to do any more, but it was a really great, productive day. I know, say, Pete Lawler in the Weddings used to get really sick of us, kind of. He used to say, we're not this walking on the road advertisement for Melbourne. And he was really right, like, our songs are, by and large, were about Melbourne, or a lot of them were, and that's fine, because, you're an artist and you've got to write about something, and that's absolutely fine. But I think he's right. You've got to be aware of being a walking, talking advertisement for what you do. You want to be telling people about it, but in an honest, artistic way. You go out on a Sunday in Melbourne and there's just so much on. Like, I talk to people in the state and they say, "I'm coming to Melbourne, any advice?" And I said, "Yeah, look, just do whatever you do on Friday and Saturday, but just keep Sunday free." I said, "And just get into, say Fitzroy, Brunswick, on a Sunday afternoon about lunchtime, and just, get out your map and just see how many bands you can see, before 10 o'clock at night." And I said, "I reckon you could probably see 10 if you organise your time pretty well, and you probably won't have to pay to get in to see any of them, or at most you'll have to pay to see one or two." So I think that sort of casual access to things is what sort of made Melbourne special for me.